Check it.
Here we go. Here we go. This is the Rastafari Samurai. Never leaving you dry in your eye. I put this message, me and Shawn White. See, we are here on Down2Earthpodcast. And we have a special guest tonight, VVS Barbie. Don't know with my brother, Shawn Myrie. You don't know. Welcome to Down2Earthpodcast, girl.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here right now.
Yeah, I usually say this, even though my brother has his intro. I say, blessings to the universe. Let the universe know who you are.
Of course. I mean, I can barely hear you. If you could turn it up a bit, that would be better.
Yeah? You can hear me now?
You need to talk into the microphone,
I was
Shawn.
saying blessings out to the universe. Just let the universe know who you are.
Of course. So I go by VVS Barbie. That's my artist
VVS
name.
Barbie, okay. So how long have you been doing your music thing, your journey?
I've been doing music for years. Growing up, I've been writing my own songs, and then I've done musical theater. So in high school, I was like the main acts for musicals, and then I was in a music program. So from there, that's what inspired me to get into the music, right? So I would just write down my own lyrics, and then my family would encourage me to go into the studio. So for a couple years now.
So
but it was on and off. I wasn't consistent with it. So now I'm just this past year, I've gotten serious, and I'm trying to do more videos and then be consistent with it.
So what made you want to get more serious with your craft recently?
Oh, we're getting deep now. Okay. Well, I'm in school. I'm in law school right now. So that takes majority of my time right now. So it's my outlet. And I was in a relationship. I don't want to get into that, but that really fueled me to just focus on my craft and
more motivation.
Yeah, that gave me some motivation.
So right now, you have a recent project I see out. Could you tell the people a little bit about it? What that recent visual I see?
Yeah. So the project. So I just released a song, Balanciar. It's a Spanish song mixed with some English, and I was working with, his name's Prince Chappelle. He works with Tiana Taylor and a lot of artists. Yeah, he works with a lot of artists in Los Angeles. So he helped me with songwriting and putting it together. So we were working virtually on that piece. So I worked with him on another song. I haven't released it yet. It's called The Big Guy. So I just had a performance with, if you've seen it, with Stars Align.
Yeah.
So I haven't released that song yet, but that song I worked with Prince on that. So we were songwriting together.
So what made you want to do the Spanish thing? Is that your background? You have some Spanish in your background to do that Spanish kind of mix?
I'm half, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that the same video what's on 6 Buzz right now, right?
Yes, it's on the 6 Buzz premiere channel. It's the Balenciaga is the one that I just put out.
So what's the feedback you've been getting from since you've been out with your music?
Okay. I mean, it's positive. It's positive because I'm used to doing more of R&B music, but then I wanted to tune into experiment with some, Spanish. So yeah, my girlfriends love it. The ladies love it.
Yeah.
It's really it's pop. It's pop. It's dance. So it's different. It's a summer vibe. It's catchy.
So what I would ask you, what's some of your influences growing up, musical influences? Since you say that before you were doing R&B most likely,
Right. Well, growing up, I love my old school R&B. I love old school. I love Maya. I love Aaliyah.
Maya and Aaliyah? They're good. They're great.
Maya's, Christina Milian, throwbacks. I still, to this day, I listen to them.
So what do you think about the music right now, R&B, because it's not really that popular? It's kind of mixed with the hip hop right now.
Yeah. A lot of female artists right now are on the hip hop, right? You have the trap, inspiration from Cardi B and Lotto, all those great artists. So everybody's onto that, or drill. And then now you have Ice Spice. So she just came out. So I'm loving it.
I was gonna ask you that question about the ladies in urban music right now. I feel for a long time, I said it in other interviews, that the ladies are taking over. They're more interesting more versatile. Like, what's your opinion on like
Yeah.
women in the industry right now? Like, do you feel that you have more like, is it the same? Because you said you've been doing it for a while. Do you find it more like
Yeah.
easier now, or are you getting more attention than like maybe 5 years ago?
I would say, well, so originally I'd start with the R&B, and then I put out on my own YouTube channel. I have one song. It's called No Regular,
Mm-hmm.
and that's an R&B song. So when I put that out, I just put up with the artwork and then the song itself. So it wasn't a video, so there was no visual to it, and the views were less, right? So I feel like people are very visual. They want to see a music video. They want their visuals.
You know what?
So
I'm glad to hear you say that, because I've been saying this for the longest
Mm-hmm.
while. With your music, you need visuals nowadays.
yeah,
That's the only way that you're gonna get residuals from
yeah,
people's. You're right.
yeah. But I feel for female artists, at the end of the day, like it's sexual. It's sex sells right now,
At
right?
least you're saying
So
it. I was gonna ask
At
you
least
about
you're
that.
admitting
it
it.
I was gonna
is.
ask you about
It's
that, like
true.
how it's true. It's facts. I
I
don't
mean,
know where
it's
everybody's running
shallow
from
to
it.
say, but that's what sells right now.
That's why
So
you're saying it straight, down to earth. No shame.
yeah, yeah, that's real. So right now, like I have a ton of songs just sitting in my email that are already mixed and mastered. They're ready to go, but it's just
Mm.
like the planning and which one do I want to do first. And like I have a budget right now too for my music. So it's like what song am I investing now? Like like when should I release this song now? Should I put a visual to this one? And so I'm just
Mhm.
planning that out right now.
At least you're planning, because it's
Yeah.
true. It's facts that image is very big with music right now. Like, if you ain't having like a good visual, like, sorry, your music's not gonna go far. And
Right.
image is important, even if it's stereotypical. Like, sorry, like, as a male, I'll be straight up. I want to see something more it's attractive. If it's a lady doing like singing or doing rapping, like,
Of course.
you get what I mean. Like, I know there's all types of
But
people with.
yeah, you can say that as a male, of course, like what catches your eye, you want to see something visual. But then you have artists like, for instance, who like Erica Badu, I grew up on
Oh
that,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
even
yeah.
newer sounds with more soulful, like Janae Aiko.
I
I
like that
still rock her
too. I
shit
like
today.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so her visuals are very like spiritual, or like it's not sexual.
But you know
So
what? I'm gonna put this in. I don't know, like, because there's different type of men. But to me, when I see the lady could be all covered up, all like, it's how you put yourself. That sex that
right.
is attractive to me too.
You're pretty much
You get what I
saying,
mean? Like
no.
the lady,
He's pretty much
I
saying
see through that.
there should be more mystery than what we already see what we're getting.
It's how you do it, though.
You know what
You
I
see what
mean?
you're
Yeah.
saying, Erica Badu? Like, that could be attractive to a lot of different men. It depends the type of man. Not every man wants to see, the same thing.
No, of
It's like
course.
food. It's like food. So there's a lot of men attracted to like a Erica Badu. Erica Badu, she don't look
Well,
bad. You get what I mean?
yeah. Well, pretty
No,
much
that's
you're
not.
pretty much saying, like, from class to, like,
Yeah.
moderate to
Yeah.
slack
Right.
to, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So like I talk to many ladies who are artists coming up. They're doing the projects. I want to ask you, what makes you different than all these artists, or what are you trying to do to stand out, or to, like, to keep going?
Well, I mean, I just started taking it more serious, and I was consistent with it this year. But when I started, I focused on, like I said, R&B. So now that's where I wanted to do something different. And I'm not fluent in speaking Spanish.
Hmm.
I can get by with like a conversation. And then that's when I connected with Prince, like he really helped me with putting the song together. But that's what I wanted to stand out in that aspect, and like
That's good.
get entwined with like my roots, because I'm Guyanese, so I grew up with the Guyanese culture,
Yeah.
but I am like, my father's Panamanian, so
Okay.
that's where
That's,
I get
yeah.
my Latina roots, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, let me work with this and experiment with this, and then of course if I stream that will hit a different a
It
different
does.
population. It's
It
bigger than
does.
just sticking in Toronto.
It's true. You gotta exactly. So you're thinking of international market, which
Right.
that's the key. I try to tell a lot of people,
Absolutely.
like,
Not afraid to come out of your
as long
lane.
as you think like that, you're already ahead of the race
Right.
already, because your music could be, remember, in for example, Brazil, there's over like near 200 million people, right? and
Yeah.
in Mexico, their populations are big. So
Hmm.
if you could
Yeah.
connect with a different language, right? If it's Portuguese or Spanish, you're and English, you could get a lot of, like,
Hmm.
a fan
Right.
base. That's the
But then also
analytics.
I'm Guyanese, so then I was thinking, maybe something more like on the reggae side too, like
Or
more
soca, or
pop, but like
soca.
or like a soca. Why not? I love
Yeah,
my
yeah,
soca.
Something with an upbeat kind of thing.
it's
Yeah,
big. So do you want to travel? Do you want to travel? Go
I love
overseas?
traveling.
Oh, okay. So you
I
have
love
traveled.
it.
You have traveled.
Oh yeah, I've traveled. I love traveling, so I love
But how about
experiencing different
but how
cultures.
about
I'm
traveling with your music and
Performing.
performing somewhere where it's not
of
here, somewhere
course,
else?
yeah, I would love
How
that.
would that feel?
I mean, that would expand my music, so I'm not just
Yes.
catering to just Toronto.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to
So
expand,
if you had a
build up
chance
my
to go,
fan base.
if you had a chance to go anywhere, where would you want to go? Like, as a place to perform and network first.
I've never been to LA, so I would
I
love
like that you
to.
said that.
Yeah, I would love to go to LA. I feel like it's a whole different game there. It's a whole different vibe. I love Miami, so I
You
feel like
should
my
hit.
songs would do well there too because the culture there is a lot of Latin culture there
At least
too,
you're
right?
thinking. You're
So
thinking right.
yeah,
Sorry, sunny. The sunny.
yeah,
L.A. networking, sun.
Exactly.
right,
Miami still networking music. They're both
Exactly.
music places, so that's
yeah.
perfect. Hope you make that trip. Like, because a lot of people here just think you don't want to be local, like we always say, me and my brother. You want to
Mhm.
be
You want to
international.
be an
Of course. I mean,
international
well, yeah.
artist.
I was born and raised in Toronto. I'm from here. Of course, I want to, you know, build up my fan base here first. But then, yeah, for sure, my goal is international,
Don't
like
Big,
get me
branch
wrong.
out.
big.
Listen here. As much as you know, Toronto's home. Yes, that's true.
Right.
But guess what? You see, once you start leaving out and all of that and everything, Toronto appreciates you more.
That's how it
Yeah.
is. That's how it is.
Exactly.
That's the
Right.
You get what I
politics and
mean? It's
everything.
just the poly.
So if you had a chance to work with anybody, any type of artist in the world, top artist, platinum artist, any artist,
Oh, I
who?
don't have just one. I don't have a specific
Okay,
one.
six. I give you six.
Six. Uh, that's a tricky one. Hmm,
Hard.
that is a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hard question. The six questions of.
I mean, I listen to like the music that I listen to is a variety. Like
Okay,
for me
I'm gonna say
personally, my
okay.
taste in music,
A top artist in the world, a
like
superstar
catered
right
to
now.
my music
Yeah,
or
anyone you would want to work with. Like if you had a chance, like a feature or something.
a feature. I would love to work well for like reggaeton wise, like Carol G, or I would love Maya. I love,
Mm.
like I said, Christina Milian, Nicki Minaj,
Nicki
Cardi
Minaj,
B.
yeah,
Let's go.
that'd be big. That'd be big.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But okay, if it was a male artist, which male artist would you work with?
Male artist.
That's a pause.
It is. There's a pause.
You look.
There's so many. Like I mean,
There's none off the bat, off the bat, you would want to
say
right
work
now,
with.
okay. Well, my favorite artist right now would be Brent Fayez. Like,
Oh
I
yeah, yeah. I
love his
like him. I like
music.
him. He's
Okay.
good. He's good.
Yeah, that's like my top male artist right now.
You know
That's
music.
more soulful though, but catered to like what I'm doing with the reggaeton or R&B. Drake.
Drake. Respect
Drake is really
Drake.
good.
Definitely.
Respect Drake.
For sure.
Yeah.
So like, do you have a next project in the works? Like you're planning like a visual for it too?
Yeah. So I just finished up a song. It's called The Big Guy. So that's the song I was performing at the Stars Align.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm deciding whether to make a music video for that one, or I have another song. It's an R&B song. So I
Mhm.
think I'm gonna focus on that because I was speaking to my videographer, and he's like, "Yeah, focus for the winter. At least do something more of like an R&B, and then hold off till summertime. That's when it will pop off more."
That's good. So like, do you
But
would
it's
you
yeah, no, an artist. He's in Nigeria. His A&R, his manager just reached out to me, and she asked me if I wanted to work on an EP with him.
Oh,
So
that's good.
he's into like the Afro beats, and she said, yeah, your sound with him would be really nice.
it's a big market too. That's a big market
Yeah,
right now. That's becoming a very big market.
right.
The Afro
Mhm.
beats in Africa, like the music industry is actually
Mhm.
stretching everywhere. So like if I was to ask you for hip hop, who's like your top hip hop artist out there? I know you might say Drake. Who else besides Drake? Interesting to
Not
know.
just Drake. No, I never just limited to just Drake. Like, but for male or for male hip
Male.
hop artists, that's a hard one.
It's
I never put
hard.
in a spot like that. That's a really hard one to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like my playlist is all over the place right
Keep that as
now.
a mystery then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
So what's the funniest thing is what has ever happened to you being an artist, like studio, like in the back of the scenes or anything? Yeah.
Something funny?
Yeah, funny. Whatever happened, like before performing or
Oh
recording.
my god, sorry. My dogs are like fighting
That's
right
all
in the
It's
right.
all right. It's all good.
back.
You have
Something funny
What kind
that
of dogs you got
happened.
there?
I have
some
two.
small
They're my
dogs, right?
babies. I have they're Prince and Bella, so they're Pomeranian, and then I have
Okay.
a poodle.
Oh,
Yeah, those are
so
my
anything
children. I don't have any kids. Those are my. I consider them my children.
All
that's
right.
all right.
A
So
dog
wait,
mom.
you don't have any jokes that ever happened to you, like when you go into the studio or anything?
Jokes? No,
No?
no jokes. When I'm in there, it's down to
Serious.
business.
Serious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Serious.
Sitting down.
serious. It's
That's
down to
good.
business.
Good.
Down
That's
to
good.
nitty gritty. I'm not
That's good.
joking in there.
So what's your pet peeves? If I was to ask, what's VVS Barbie's pet peeve?
Okay, my pet peeves is, I mean, for like, I guess etiquette wise for a guy and just like how he courts a woman. I can be like OCD in a way
Mm-hmm.
with like cleanliness and
Yeah,
yeah.
you're making me see what you're saying. Yeah.
With like cleanliness, I'm kind of particular with how I do my how I want my things, but like pet peeves are just I don't like it when a man is trying to just like overpower you or thinks he's smarter than you or just, like or just doesn't listen. Like I love a man who can listen. Cuz
Yeah.
men love to just speak and just talk. Like for a woman, we love to be heard. Listen to me.
Mm-hmm. It's true. You gotta listen, man. You gotta listen. You hear? VVS Barbie. So if I was to ask you where you get that name from, it's kind of not that hard to
Oh yeah,
find.
that's a funny story then. So yeah, so 2 years ago um I was in the studio with Tony Range. So I started off with he was producing my stuff and I brought my girlfriend at the time, so we were there together. And then my name's Victoria, by the way.
Victoria. Okay.
Yeah, so then we were
So
thinking about
that's
okay,
one of the V's.
yeah, that's one of the V's. And then when I every time I went there, my girlfriend and him were just like, okay, people were saying that, oh, I give off like I love the color pink and the vibe that I gave is just like a doll or like a Barbie. And then I got that from like Nicki Minaj too,
Mm-hmm.
because she goes by like Barb's. And Tony's like, oh, diamond, why don't you put diamond with it? And the highest quality diamond is like VVS. Everybody's rocking a VVS. So
Mm-hmm.
put that together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Victoria Diamond Barbie.
All right. You don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Diamond Barbie, top Barbie. That's what you're putting out there, putting out there in the universe. So if you do you're versatile. So you're doing hip hop, a little bit like reggaeton style, a fusion. You want to do some Afro beats. Like you're
Yeah.
going all over. So that's an international artist, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah, like artists can just stay in one field but I feel like I can branch off and well, of course, if this artist reached out to me from Nigeria, why not expand my fan base?
Mm-hmm. So like, do you still feel like the ladies for the music industry um they're not getting the respect that they deserve? Do you still feel like that, or do you feel that it's like this is everything's a little bit better? I know I asked you something similar like this before, but
Okay.
like,
Well, for new and upcoming artists, like there's a lot of criticism I find. Like we're always being compared to different artists. Like you can't just be unique in your own sense. Like they're always comparing you to, oh, is she good as this artist? Or, it's like you can't just be different or unique. Like they're always comparing you. And yeah. Yeah.
I know they're comparing. I see it now, especially
It's always the
because
comparison,
I see
but
it now because there's a lineup. I'm not saying there's a lot of female artists out there, but the ones what are popular are getting the spotlight. I could
mhm,
see why you're saying that they're comparing them, like
right.
who's doing this, who's doing that, what shows are they getting, how they're
Yeah.
networking. So
And then
like
right now for like the hip hop scene, like that's more popular right now. So like trap and of course, especially in Toronto, the hip hop game is like that's what's in right now. So I mean, I just feel like my personality is like that. Like even my girlfriend reached out to me and then my one of my first music videos it was kind of like a rap trappy song called Myself, and I made a fun video to that. I was in the studio just like freestyling and it was fun. But for myself, it was like that's not really my personality. I'm more of like pop and a singer. So hip hop's not my expertise. Like I don't rap.
at least you're realistic. You're realistic. When you're realistic, right? And someone's trying to tell you to rap, and after you know who you are, like trying to do something what is not you. People
Yeah,
see through
exactly. I'm
that.
not gonna, yeah, like I
You-
tried it. Of
yeah,
course, like I love experimenting and seeing if that's for me. But then when it came down to it, I'm like, am I comfortable or am I being myself? No, I'm not.
yeah. You're right.
That's why
You're right.
I love singing. I love like the pop part of it too.
Better to be
And
yourself. That way
yeah,
you embrace yourself with your creativity.
absolutely.
And if you need a rap, you try to look for a good feature, like somebody out
Right.
there who you're
Yeah.
feeling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Add to the ingredient, right? So,
Fact.
do you have any other ventures, like other things that you want to do besides like no, you're going to school already. You
Yeah,
say
yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing law. Like, do you
Mhm.
want to
I
have your
am.
own like your business practice?
That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah, I've been in school for how long? Like this is not easy. So
So is it
I still have a few years to finish.
It'll all pay
so
off.
I'm gonna ask you, like, since you're into music, right? Is like I don't know what type of law you're doing, but are you
Yeah.
interested in entertainment law?
Yeah,
That'd
of
be good, I
course. Because
think, for
that's
you.
all like business, contract law. So it
That'd be
all
good.
goes together. Yeah. And then I was even thinking, you know what, if I branch off and then I mean it might take me a year or so to then transfer like doing law in the States, but
It's smart
that could be a possibility too if I were to go to LA and there's so
because
many
it helps
artists
with
in
your
that
music
in
too.
that
Yep.
industry, I could do it too.
Versatile, like it helps with your music. You got
Right.
clients.
All in one.
You
Yeah.
always have a bag. Put it that
Of
way.
Yep.
course. Of
Always have the
course.
bag. That's the important
You could
thing.
get so much clients. Imagine you go to Hollywood, you get like a whole bunch of people who are like already in the industry, and
Yeah.
you're a young lawyer. That could happen.
Yeah.
That
Let me be
that
your
could happen.
lawyer. Let me represent you.
Yeah, man, you gotta represent. So, yo, anything you
No,
wanna
but no,
talk?
but
What?
before that, anything gonna be coming?
She already said.
No, no, no. I mean, for the new year, 2023, for VVS Barbie, like any new music, anything
She
for the
said
future
there's
for
a video coming
VVS.
up.
No, well, I know that, but I'm like any new projects or anything, like any fashion, any
Oh.
merch, anything.
I mean, yeah, you guys reached out to me too about that, and like
Mhm.
I've had a lot of ideas for that too. So yeah, that's definitely an idea.
Nice.
But right now I'm not working on like solely projects like EPs. I'm kind of doing singles
Yeah,
one by one. So like I said, I have so many singles, and then I have to update my Spotify
yeah. Take your
because it's not
time.
updated.
Yeah, take your time, but at least get to it, and after everything will be good. Like quality takes time. Trust
Of
me,
course, of
quality
course. And
takes
I'm
time.
learning. It's a learning process
Yep,
at the end of the day. So I'm learning.
facts.
Definitely, for
And if
sure.
So,
anything, it'll get better.
anything you want to tell the universe before we come off the spaceship, VVS Barbie?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me on here. I appreciate it.
Give us
Taking
a
your
shout out
time.
for Down to Earth
Yeah. Shout
podcast
out
here.
to you guys. Thank you.
Give us
Down
a
to
shout
earth.
out for
Thank you.
yes, thank you.
VVS Barbie.
Yes, before we go, you don't know what I be saying all the time. We be saying this. This is the Rastafari Samurai. Never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide. You don't know. Thank you for coming on the show, D2E.
And
VVS Barbie.
you have to remember, follow her, support her
Yes.
music.
Yes,
Definitely.
follow.
Definitely
Subscribe.
I see a star coming. Just keep going. You know?
Definitely.
Don't stop.
You
Thank
don't
you.
know. We're
Bless.
gonna be
Respect.
coming off of the spaceship just now. You
Down to
don't
earth.
know. Down to earth here.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Respect. VVS
Bye.
Barbie.